Mike and Heather would really like us to forget all of the ways that they terrorized these children. But that's not going to happen.
Oh my God, babe. We got over 4,000 likes, so obviously they want to know.
All right, well, for the record, I don't like talking about exes. I don't like moved in with her. And long story short, the friendship went places that it should not have went to. And
oh, you got played. Someone played you into getting married. Okay. So you were such a catch. You know, you had such a high-paying job, such a fancy car. You brought so much to the table that they had to swindle you into a marriage. They had to trick you into getting married, right? You're so full of shit. You are so full of shit. You are so lazy that you would rather marry someone that you claim you were not in love with than, I don't know, go out and get a job.
I was pretty much her babysitter.
He was pretty much her, really. Let's put it bluntly.
Because he had no job. I'm just the luckiest girl in the world. My man don't work. My man don't clean. My man don't drive. My man don't help. But you know what? He sits on the couch while my boy watches TV so I can go to work and pay for our house. Ain't I just the luckiest girl in the whole wide world?
When I left her kid a PlayStation 2. I left her kid a big screen TV. I left her a big screen TV.
The couch.
I left the couch that I paid for and everything. I pretty much...
And let me tell you, he loved that boy as if he was his child. Because when I first met him, he talked about him all the time.
He should have been more worried about his own children. All of this happened before Cody and Emma were taken from their biological mother under false pretenses and brought to a house filled with people they don't know, with a father that they've never known, that never supported them.
A guy came with a pickup truck. I had to fit all my stuff in the pickup truck. And the pickup truck was full of people also. I couldn't fit all my stuff in there. And I had something left. I left something that was my grandfather's. It was a glass clown, and it was a bank. And it was in my family forever, and I left it there because I didn't want it to get broken. And she knew damn well that damn clown meant a lot to me. And my grandfather's clown, I couldn't fit it because I didn't want it to break. And she said that she would mail all that. She said she threw it all away. She said she broke everything or threw it away.
Do you realize how much money it would have cost for her to ship that to you? Maybe she was just tired of picking up your slack. Maybe she was tired of having to pay money for you. An ungrateful bastard. You thought it was her responsibility to mail that back to you? No, it wasn't. And after so long, she has no obligation to return it to you.
I put applications in every single place around that house that I could actually walk to. Because I didn't have a license. No one was calling me back. No.
Since you have such a track record of honesty, maybe I'll believe you. Maybe you're so full of shit, I couldn't believe you if I tried. Who knows? We'll never know the truth. Maybe you just went out walking and never actually applied for jobs.
If you don't drive, how can you go take the test by yourself? Like, your wife should be the one to help you go do that.
It is not, was not, and will never be someone else's responsibility to get a man a license, a driver's license, something a 16-year-old can do on their own. So why the hell would it be Amy's responsibility to take Mike to the DMV 4, 5, 6 times to get his license?
Towards the end of the relationship, she would never even be home. For days would go by and she would never even come home. I didn't even have a phone.
And by the way, and I heard this from an outside source directly from Hit Mike's grandmother, that in order for him to even have food during that time. Like, she would leave and be gone, and Mike's grandma would have to call and bribe her and say, I'll give you a little bit extra money if you'll go get him some food and put some food in that house. So his grandma would have to, like, pay his own wife to make sure there was food in his house because she didn't want to be there and wanted to be wherever it is she was.
So you're saying that she would take her child and go off for a few days, and you would have to have your grandmother call and send money so she would come back and buy you food. That's how lazy you are. You would have just laid there and died if some woman in your life had not taken charge and taken care of you. That is pathetic. That's not a slight against Amy. It just shows how lazy and incompetent and stupid you are. How could he get a hold of his grandmother to ask her to call? How would the grandmother know to call if he had no phone?
I didn't even have a phone. I didn't even have a phone.
If he had no phone to call Amy to ask her to come home and feed him himself, how could he get a hold of his grandmother to ask her to call? Or did grandmother come over the house and he told her then? But then why wouldn't the grandmother bring groceries or go out and get groceries after being there in person? This whole story is a lie because it doesn't make sense. If you use your brain and think about it, it does not make sense. If Mike didn't have a phone to call Amy to ask for food, how did he tell the grandmother to call her and ask for food?
She said that I was bad to her kid and everything. Whatever. He started calling me dad and everything. I never made any kid. I have never made any kid call me dad.
He doesn't even try to deny that he was rotten to the child. Doesn't even try to deny it. I mean, there's no point in denying it. Again, hundreds of hours of you abusing kids. You have no leg to stand on.
That wedding, it was straight up, I was conned into that. They had a wedding planned in I don't, Jesus, like a week or two.
You're telling me you were so stupid that you got conned into getting married. That's all I'm hearing.
He's been nothing but good to me, nothing but good to the boys. And, you know, he's never been nasty to them. He's disciplined the boys, but like I just don't understand, you know, her saying the things that she said.
I wish Miss Piggy would just shut the fuck up, because everything that comes out of her mouth makes me want to punch her in the face. And I know that's wrong, and I know that I shouldn't act or say things like that, but she is so damn ignorant.
Shut up!
You're gonna break your bed!
Oh my God!
Ow!
What happened?
He pulled that thing out and
You
hit
hurt
me in the
Mom.
foot.
I want to hear you on your face and you ruined my life.
Stop it! That's enough!
I don't care.
Hey, Cody. Cody!
We're not sending you away, you ding dong.
Would we really send you
Seriously.
away?
Shut up. I don't want to hear you on your face and you ruined my life.
In conclusion, Mike and Heather are bullies. They bully children, and they bully the people around them, and they filmed child abuse and they put it up on the internet to make money. I know I keep saying that, but I really feel like that point needs to be driven home. Because in the 3 months that they've been caught, their kids have been taken away, and they've been dragged into court over and over again, they still haven't learned their lesson. They're still out there making vlogs of just themselves because the children aren't allowed to be in it, but they're so narcissistic that they'll just keep doing it. And they make gaming videos to entertain children as if they're not child abusers. As always, thank you for watching and have a great day.